to All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jersey Chasers. We are back after a long week.
Yeah.
Sorry for no episode last week. Me
Whoops.
and Christy both got busy. I went to a Cavs game. She had to work late. We had a week off, but we are back with a pre-Thanksgiving supersized episode. We are going to give you everything from football, my Cavs game experience. We're going to go over some crazy stuff. Christy watched Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. We're going to go over that. Just so much stuff has happened in the last week. So,
Yeah.
Christy, where do you want to start first?
Okay, let's rewind back to the reason why we weren't live last Wednesday. First of all, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Thank you. Let's talk about your Cavs experience. I've been to a couple of Cavs games, but they've never been home games. They've always been like down here at the Heat Arena. So I want to hear.
You've been to the Kaseya Center, also known as American Airlines Arena.
I was gonna say what?
Also known as American Airlines Arena. I've been to a game. I usually try to go to at least one game a year. I used to work there, so I kind of got like tired of going because when you work there, I learned how to time things out, right? So I knew that the games. So I'm gonna tell you some secret about basketball games. Number one, you can get there late. Basketball games never start on time. Never.
Really? It's not
Never.
like
No, they usually start at like 7:15. So basketball games usually start at 7:15.
Okay.
The games are always 2.5 hours long, no matter what. No matter what. It's that game, unless it's an overtime game. And even then, at the most, you're going to be there is 3 hours. No game is going to be 6 hours long. That's just crazy.
That's ridiculous. That's baseball.
But that's baseball. Oh my god. Oh my god. But no, so I actually had some tickets. The Cavs offered a ticket package earlier in the year, so I actually took it. And it was me, my mom, my mom's best friend, my godmother, my god sisters, and my brother, my sister, and my niece. And it was my niece's first basketball game.
Aw, cool. Did they do something special for the first basketball game?
They probably would have, but we were also sitting super far up in the nosebleeds.
Okay. Well, because like my first Browns home game was only a couple seasons ago, because of course I've been living down in Southwest Florida for so long. And when you go to it's not like the visitor's desk, but it's like a welcome desk.
It's guest services.
Yeah, guest services, pretty much. Yeah, they gave us not a plaque, but it's a certificate. Dominic and I both got one, and it says the date and everything. It's super cute. I have them framed. They're up on my wall. I love them. Yeah, so my first home game.
I think if they would have went there, they probably would have got one. But by the time we got there, it was like halfway through the second quarter. But yeah, that's why we weren't on last week. I literally forgot, and then I texted Christy. I was like, Christy, I'm going to a Cavs game tonight.
Well, have fun.
I was like, I'm so sorry. And then we were supposed to do it Friday, but Chrissy, of course, had to get that money.
I was like, you know what? When she said that she was gonna, when we had initially started the week, we were gonna go on Wednesday like we normally do, and so I picked up some extra hours, and I was just like, sorry.
It's cool. Honestly, it ended up working out because I actually ended up getting sick on Friday. Ended up not feeling well.
Yeah. I need to send you some echinacea.
Hey, look, this is the time of year. This and my birthday, I don't understand. I always get sick.
It's the weather changes and stuff. I heard it was raining up there earlier. Has it started snowing yet?
It started hailing.
No.
Yeah. I was leaving work. It started hailing. So, I mean, we're kind of at a.
Was it hail or grapple?
Oh, no, it was hail. I know. It was hail.
Oh, hail.
Yeah, a little hail, but it was fine. It was little bitty hail balls. So it's supposed to snow. It's supposed to be lake effect snow, which means it's gonna be overnight. It's gonna stick.
Mhm.
It's gonna stick
Yes.
for a couple days, and then we'll be fine by the weekend.
You guys will have a white Thanksgiving.
Oh,
You know,
good.
you're not happy about that?
No, honestly, I'm fine because I don't plan on leaving my house for 2 days because I got 2 days off of work, so I'm
See,
good.
there you go.
I'm
I
good.
can understand if you had to, like, shovel the driveway and had to drive in that crap and stuff, but I remember being a little kid, and, of course, like I said, I moved when I was 13, so I wasn't driving in it, but I
Oh
still
yeah.
remember, like, it was not fun to drive in, and I had gone back and visited and drove in it, and it's not fun to drive in, but I
Nope.
remember waking up and peeking out the blinds and being blinded by how bright the sun was reflecting off the snow. And of course, this is first thing in the morning before everybody gets out there and starts driving on it. It makes it all slushy and nasty and black.
Ugh.
And before all the kids are running through the yards and putting all their footprints everywhere, it was just, I remember that so much. And like, I feel bad that my kid never got to experience something like that. But also, I never let her experience me
Nope.
fishtailing down the road, because my
Mm-mm.
car hit some ice, so
No, as someone who actively has to drive in the snow, stay down in Florida.
yeah.
Stay there.
Well, I will until another hurricane hits, and then I'm going to, Arizona.
Yep. Mhm.
Oh my god. Someone now I have to show this comment because, um, it's funny because I have a coworker that I love his eyebrows, and so to see something about eyebrows, I was like, it reminded me of my coworker. Hopefully, my coworker's watching right now, but thank you for the compliment.
Yes, thank you for telling us the eyebrows are as beautiful as our eyes, which is a
Hey,
comment.
I
It's
worked
a
very
comment.
hard. I worked very hard on this face today, so I will
Mhm.
gladly take that compliment. So I was like,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put on my makeup and look pretty, and I did my hair, and my coworkers, if they got super bored, I told them to watch. So hopefully they're watching. Hi, guys.
Yes, yes. Also, thank you for everybody watching us live here on Facebook. We are currently live on Facebook. The episode will be posted tomorrow morning on YouTube, and then it will be posted Friday morning on our YouTube.
We're
Oh, by the
live on
way,
YouTube right now. We're
yeah,
live
we
on
are
YouTube right now.
yeah, we're live on YouTube right now, but Jersey Chasers, we have so much. We have a YouTube channel. Please, please, please go subscribe at
Yes,
Jersey Chasers. We have
please.
our Instagram at Jersey Chasers Pod, and then we have our TikTok at Jersey Chasers as well. So please, please go follow. And if you want to listen to us audio, wherever you get your podcast, please follow us also on Spotify at Jersey Chasers. We are doing it all. We are doing it
We are.
all, people.
We're gonna be
Please.
everywhere. Everybody's gonna get sick of us. No, I hope they don't get sick of
Hey,
us. I
I
think we're
hope they don't get sick
entertaining
of us
enough,
either.
and we change the subject so often. I mean, like, how could you get sick of us?
Yeah, I don't know understand how. So, Christy,
Yes, ma'am.
where you want to start? Want to
Okay,
start with some
so
NFL?
yes, so many crazy games over the weekend that either went to the last couple seconds or into overtime, and it it was an amazing weekend for football. I think
Yes,
because
it was.
personally, our Browns finally got a win. It
Yes, they
was
did.
the best showing for Shador. Obviously our offensive line needs a little bit of work still, but he definitely did a lot better this weekend than he did the weekend before. And we won. So that's all I care about. Let's be honest. But the Cowboys in Philadelphia, I mean, like everybody thought Philadelphia was going to kill the Cowboys. And then for them to come back and win it with like the last 3 seconds of the game, kicking that field goal, like, amazing.
My thing is look, I think the NFC East is one of the weirdest divisions because everybody hates each other in that division. Okay. It's just one of the weirdest divisions. But I'm going to say this. If you are Philadelphia and your kids are going to be in school punching
Oh,
Cowboys themed
yeah, that's
punching bags, you got to win the game. You gotta win the game. You
oh,
cannot. You cannot not win that game. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
win it.
mean, yeah, I agree. But then okay, so then you have the Colts. They were whooping up on KC, and somehow
Just why can't anybody beat them? I just want them to go away so bad.
it you know about what I'm loving about the Colts, and this is so funny, their mascot.
Have you ever seen their mascot do the Pee Wee football halftime show?
No, but
Okay,
that
so
that Colt is nuts.
oh my god. So during the halftime show sometimes they'll have like these kids, it'll be like mascots versus Pee Wee football teams. And when I tell you these mascots will lay
Yeah,
these
they're rotten.
kids out,
They don't care. It's
they
whole
do. Man, it is some of the funny. He's been wild for a long time, but that is some of the funniest content.
he's
So
still a baby.
I know they're still babies,
No,
but
it was like a brand new baby. He took it from the mom. The mom was like, "Here." And he took off with the baby. The baby was only maybe like a month old. Like not old enough for a mascot to be carrying it around the
why
stadium.
are we carrying mascots? What why are we carrying babies? What is okay.
Okay, so he
We'll
finally
get
did
back
bring
to
the baby
that.
back, but it was I was shocked. I was just like, "Oh my god, how long is he gonna keep the baby?" Go ahead.
That is insane. No. So I mean, we have like there's so much that happened. The Ravens won and the Steelers lost, so now they're tied for the division.
Oh, I
Um,
knew that happened.
Shador somehow snapped an 0-17 losing streak from the Browns starters, which I didn't even know that was a streak, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, of course it is.
both the Giants and the Raiders fired offensive coordinators. Chip Kelly got fired, which I didn't even realize Chip Kelly went back to the NFL. He's so irrelevant that I did not even know he was back in the NFL. The
Um,
Giants fired their defensive coordinator after they
which
got whooped by the
well, hold on.
Lions.
They didn't get whooped. I mean, they were doing really good for a while. They were one of those games that they were winning because I was watching it and I was going, "Oh my god." First of all, Jameis got to score a touchdown. He caught a pass and scored a touchdown.
Jameis.
I love that man. And then they had a flea flicker that, ended up being really good for them. But yeah, uh, they end up losing within the last, was it overtime? I think it was overtime. They lost. But it was a very good game. They were kicking butt. No wonder why they fired their defensive coordinator. I mean, if you would have seen how crappy they looked after, they had done so well through most of the game. Offense did great, and it was an exciting game to watch.
I mean, honestly, he probably should have been fired after that Denver game, where Denver came all the way back to win. That he should have been
Right?
gone after that.
Yeah.
He should have been gone after that. But
So defense help.
yeah, there's so much happening, and then of course tomorrow is of course Thanksgiving games. We got
Yay!
Packers and Lions. Of course,
Woohoo!
Lions always play
Yes.
on Thanksgiving, and then we got the Chiefs versus the Cowboys, Jerry's World, and the Chiefs, two of the most polarizing teams in the nation. And
Go
then
Cowgirls.
we got Bengals and Ravens. Ravens trying to
Aw,
move ahead of the Bengals, and Joe Burrow
Burrow's coming back.
coming back. So there's so much happening in the NFL. But I want to say congratulations to Shador Sanders. You have proved every single person wrong. Everybody wanted you to fail.
Yep.
Fully. They
Yep.
wanted you to fail. You came out and you
Thank
showed
God
them,
it's
hey,
happening.
I'm here to stay. Because let's just say, if he would have been getting reps with the first team all season long,
Right?
where would the
How much
Browns
better would
be?
he be? Yeah.
Not only how much better would he be, and look, me and you have talked about this. We both said that it was more than okay for him to sit. And I
Yes.
think that is still great for him
But
to
why
be able.
not practice?
Yeah, I just didn't understand. I thought eventually he was going to get some first team reps, especially if you're putting him in towards the end of games and sitting Gabriel,
Well, but
but
they weren't.
they
And
weren't.
so here's the thing. I have heard because this is, of course, the controversy. Once he went out there 2 weeks ago and ate crap, to put it nicely, everybody was up in arms about what the heck was going on. And then it comes out, well, he wasn't having the first team reps. Well, because he was a third stringer,
Yeah.
at the highest previous to 2 weeks ago. He was still a third string quarterback. So no, why would he getting first and second team reps? Well, maybe second team reps, but like why would he be getting so once they realized, okay, he's going to be a backup, that's when they should have started giving him more time with the first team. In fact, I think they should have been giving him some reps with the first team anyway, this
Mhm.
whole entire time, just so that they could get used to him. Because, hello, we know he's going to be our future. We know he's going to be the quarterback number one next season. So, why wouldn't you try to get him acclimated just a little bit until you need him?
Yeah.
But is what it is. Browns are the Browns.
The Browns are gonna brown, and I actually do wanna talk about Shador. I've been seeing a lot of commentary on TikTok. I've been seeing a lot of commentary in the media, but I really do wanna talk about this. I wanna talk about this idea that Kevin Stefanski doesn't like him. And I'm not gonna sit here and say he does. I'm not gonna sit here and say he doesn't, but I'm gonna tell you like this.
Yeah, let me hear why the rumors are that he doesn't. Like, I mean, because down here, the news doesn't that kind of news doesn't
Oh
trickle down that
yeah.
far.
Yeah. So there's some evidence online that Kevin Stefanski doesn't necessarily care for Shador Sanders and didn't want him to start. A lot of people have been taking screen grabs of him during the game. Like there was a game against Miami in which he was super happy that Dylan Gabriel was doing well in the game. And then you had some screen grabs from this game where when Shador was doing well, people were like, "Oh, well, look at Stefanski face." And I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Clearly, Shador Sanders was not wanted by the Browns front office. He also was not wanted by the Browns coaching staff. It was very clear during the draft. Okay, that's very clear. Nobody's gonna argue with that. Nobody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, no!" Nobody's gonna argue with that. He was not wanted. We know this. What I have a problem with is now you're putting his job in danger and putting his reputation in danger because if Stefanski is fired, he's going to be seen as a coach killer. And I hate players that get seen as coach killers.
Well,
And it's
Stefanski
going to,
looks like a quarterback killer right now.
honestly, yeah,
I
a
mean,
little
if
bit,
if,
a little
if
bit.
we're gonna, I mean, I hate to say it, but
And this is a guy 2 years ago who won Coach of the Year. So I
two
just,
times.
yeah, he's won it twice. He's
Yeah.
won it twice. And he's arguably the most successful Browns coach of the last 20 years. I just am going to say this. It is very clear that the Browns need a change. It is super
Yeah.
clear that they need a
Yeah.
change. After this season, either you gotta either Kevin Stefanski's gonna get one more season, which I don't think is gonna happen, or he's got to get on board with Shador. Because if this is gonna keep going back and forth, the Browns are gonna do something stupid like trade Shador, and he's gonna probably become another Baker, where you
Oh, let's
you
hope
give
not.
up on him. I know I don't want to talk about either, but when you give up on him halfway through, you don't believe in him, and then he rebounds after a couple stops, and look at him now. I don't want that to happen. I think
Well, let
Shador
me ask
has a lot of upside.
because now, granted, I've heard, like I said, news trickles a little bit about the
Mhm.
fact that Stefanski has this thing against Shador. Um, Maybe there's an explanation for the sideline stuff because Stefanski was actually calling the plays back when Gabriel was playing. Or
Mhm.
maybe he was more excited when plays worked out.
Yeah,
Just
because
a thought. Then as opposed to now when he's not making those calls. Also, besides Pop Warner in high school, who has been Shador's head coach?
it's
His
literally
dad.
been Dion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally
Yeah.
been
His
Dion.
whole entire life. So, maybe there might be a little bit of friction trying to get through to him there. I don't think there is, though. I think that the people are making more out of it than what we need to because that's what we do. We always add gas to the flames because we're
Mhm.
Clevelanders and we expect everything to crash and burn. We can't just
I
accept that maybe something might work out for us.
When I tell you I've watched like people in this city be great talents and leave the city of Cleveland in sports because of how bad the media treats them.
Mhm.
Like just because of how bad the media is here. And I'm just gonna say this, like everything, like you see the trickle down here, it's heightened by a million.
Oh, yeah.
Shador, oh my God, especially after a couple weeks ago when everybody was like, "Oh yeah," and then on top of that, he got robbed, and it was just like, "What
Right.
can go wrong with this child?" And I'm like, he is a young man. He is in a new city. He's in a city he's never been in before. Cleveland is not his home. He did not grow up here.
Nowhere
He
near
has
his
no family here. He literally grew up in a warm climate, so now he has to get readjusted here. He has no family here. His brother doesn't live with him. His
Nope.
sister doesn't live with him. His dad is coaching in Colorado. It's not like he can call up his dad and be like, "Hey, dad, come get me."
Yeah,
His
even his
best,
mom doesn't live,
yeah,
in Cleveland. His mom still lives in Texas from my understanding.
yeah. And then you have the fact that his dad is still going through what he's going through. Like he's been through so much this off season, and then the fact that there are reports constantly coming out about what he did during the draft process, what he didn't do, how he didn't act. You know who I'm gonna also like direct my fire towards? Rex Ryan. I need Rex
Oh,
Ryan to
yeah.
get off of TV
He's such a
immediately.
str
You're
you
a
know,
hater.
he just wants views. Like, I swear, he just spits stuff out so that he can get the clicks and the likes and the views because he doesn't make any sense. Like,
No.
he's so absurd. I know I was complaining about him a couple weeks ago on my social media. Um, why is he like, obviously, he's trying to remain relevant. I mean, yes, he was one of the best coaches in the NFL. Let's leave it at that. Rex, come on now. Like, you know, and
I just
local, I don't like Mary Kay.
Oh my God, nobody likes Mary Kay. I would say this about Mary Kay. Mary Kay has been doing a really long time and she does have her issues. She has had her issues for a very long time, but I know she's gonna get the story out there. Now, do I care for her? Probably not. I don't care for her journalistic
Her
tactics
stories aren't even, I mean,
and
like,
her and she does have a lot of clickbaity stories, but she's one
mhm.
of But I also think about this with her and the other Browns beat writer. It's her or Tony Grossi, and I would take her any day over Tony Grossi. This is also like if there is
Yes.
anybody in the Cleveland media that if I ever meet, I would just like never. Tony Grossi is one of them. He's
Yeah.
one of the grossest human beings. I'm sorry to say this on a podcast, but I just don't like him. I don't like him. Like I
Fitting
don't
last
like
name,
like, and
huh?
even then, like, oh, and like this is before every draft. If the Browns had a quarterback, remember the whole Baker situation with him and Baker, when Baker
Mhm.
was like, "Yeah, if we take Baker number 1, I'm gonna eat dog food,"
Yep.
and he's like, "Come on,
Eat up,
it's
baby.
it's." I'm gonna just
I
say
know,
this,
he's done the same thing to Shador, like, at the beginning of the
yeah.
season, and Shador even confronted him. He's like, "What is your problem with me?"
He's like, "You don't even know me. Like, you don't even know me." And that's, I think, the
Right.
one of the biggest problems with especially Cleveland Browns media and surrounding the season is that so much of the season has been controlled and narratively by Browns
They
media.
just need a clean house over there at cleveland.com and hire all of us.
Yeah, honestly.
I miss
Honestly,
Hayden being there. Hayden was great when he was there. I loved
yeah,
love, love, love Hayden. Hayden, love you. If you're watching, you know that. We've had him on our show a couple of different times. Maybe you and I will get lucky enough to have him on here. But
fingers crossed. I can
hey,
ask him about The Voice.
if you want me to, I can see if he would like to come on one night with us.
Yes, please get Hayden
Yeah.
Grove on here.
All
Love
right.
The
All right.
Voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my rant about the Browns. I always rant about the Browns. They do piss me off. But
Well,
we got to talk about another quarterback situation.
hmm.
People think it's bad as the Browns, but I think it's so much worse. And that is JJ McCarthy in Minnesota. Woof.
Well, look where he came from.
Woof. He
I'm a
there
little biased, especially this week.
Oh yeah. We don't need to talk about that game this week. We don't need to talk about that game.
Hey,
Nope, nope,
it's gonna be okay because we got
nope,
Matt
nope,
Patricia
nope.
and they're not allowed to cheat anymore.
They had to be cheating. They had no
They
when
have
I
been the
say
last 4 years. Why do you think they were still in trouble at the beginning of the season?
JJ McCarthy, oh my god, that young man, whew, Jim Harbaugh was pulling magic tricks out of his butt because I've seen
It made
like
JJ look good.
he had one good quarter, and that was against that game against Chicago earlier this year where they won. I don't understand what happened after that. I don't understand his situational awareness. I don't
Do you think it was
understand.
his injury at the beginning of last season that screwed him?
No, because he was able to sit for a whole year and learn
And learn.
from his head coach,
Mhm,
Daniel Jones, and Sam
mhm.
Darnold. Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold are having fantastic years.
They are some great quarterbacks.
I never thought I would say that about Sam Darnold and
Oh,
Daniel
I knew I
Jones,
would about
but
Sam Darnold because Sam was up there, when we were taking Baker, and
yeah,
I was even like, "Ooh," I'll admit it, I wanted Sam to begin with. I did not want Baker because I looked at Baker like another Johnny Manziel. I
yeah,
mean,
the
you can't blame
the
me. Wh
smallness definitely
when
didn't
you
help.
go when you go back to, when Johnny played quarterback and when Baker played quarterback in college, they're both shorter stature. They both run
Mhm,
out of the pocket, which is
mhm.
great. And they can run and pass at the same time, but their attitudes were the same. And so after what we had gotten with Johnny before, I did not want a Johnny 2.0.
Well, Johnny also liked, cocaine.
Well, we didn't know
Yeah,
that at the time, like when
yeah,
we were living it.
yeah. Johnny really liked cocaine.
But
He
look at what
really
happened to
enjoyed
both of
it.
them after the draft too. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I was like, "Oh my god, freaking deja vu. Here we go again." It took me a long time to trust Baker, and then yeah, so anyway, sorry.
No, you're good.
Rant.
But no, no, it's okay, but I don't understand what's happening in Minnesota. They had such a good team. They had such a good team. They were literally up until like week 10 last year. They were one of the top teams. They were coming in this year. They were going to be good because he sat for a year. And it's just like game after game. It's just like, what
Yeah,
is happening? Like,
yep,
what is happening?
yeah.
And I can't believe I would say this, but JJ McCarthy might be one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen.
Like I said, look where he came from.
Like
I'm
he
a
might.
little biased.
And I've seen some bad quarterbacks. I've
Yeah,
seen some honestly, I've seen your Mike Glennons, your Brandon Whedons. Um, there's like I'm trying to think of what team had just like for a strong year.
mm,
Any quarterback that played for the Bills before Josh Allen, um, any quarterback that played for the Dolphins before Ryan Tannehill. Just he's up there. He's up there. He's up there with them. But any more football thoughts?
can't wait to watch some tomorrow. And then, of course, we've got the big rivalry weekend this
Yes.
weekend. Ohio State versus that team up north. Like I said, they're not allowed to cheat anymore. So we
Mhm.
got Matt Patricia should be good to go. Um, and then FSU and Florida is also
Yes.
that afternoon, which is, of course, huge down here. So that's always fun. And I know there's some other big ones going on. I don't really pay any attention to other ones.
Yeah, it's Auburn versus Alabama. I don't think it's Texas versus Oklahoma because I think they played earlier this season.
Yeah, they did
It's
because
just
Oklahoma won.
yeah, just know it's rivalry weekend in college football. But speaking of college football, let's actually talk about this.
Yeah.
So I was telling Kirsty before we start recording, one of the funniest things I've ever seen in college football happened this weekend. So LSU, just LSU. I'm gonna just say this. First of all, just think of LSU. I've been to Louisiana. Those people's accents are strong. So
Yes.
just think about that, right?
The Cajuns.
The Cajun accent is incredibly strong. So you have the Cajun accent, and then you have Brian Kelly. Now, why am I mentioning Brian Kelly? He's terrible coach, terrible person. Everybody hated him. Did I
Lots of
know?
stuff.
Yeah, so much stuff. Did not know that his son still played for the team. Didn't know that. So his son still plays for the team. It was senior night last week, and oh my god, he came running out by himself because he can't come running out with his dad. His dad is
The
disgraced
coach.
on campus.
Like,
Like he's even thinking about suing, which I'm like, how are you gonna sue when you got fired because you just were it was so
oh,
crazy.
it's formal though, but LSU is going to owe him like $54
Yeah.
million dollars. Like, it's crazy.
So his son wore a white t-shirt. So you like know like those white undershirts, and you could tell it was a literal t-shirt. A literal
Like a
t-shirt.
Hanes t-shirt.
Like a Hanes t-shirt. You could tell he took a black Sharpie and was like, "You know what? This is gonna be fire." And he wrote BK in big letters. And then in a fake Cajun accent, was like, "Free BK, free BK, free Brian Taylor, free BK." And it was like, what is happening?
He's trying to sound like the coach from,
Waterboy.
yeah, Waterboy. Why am I brain farting so bad on nights? Yeah,
Oh my
Waterboy, the coach that, talked like he had mush mouth.
oh,
And like
just
Boomhauer. I love Boomhauer from King of the Hill, like that.
yeah, it was literally just so like, oh my god. It was so embarrassing. But yeah, college football, humongous this weekend. We know Lane Kiffin is gonna coach the Egg Bowl. That's the other big rivalry. He is being
I
procured by
miss
both LSU and Florida.
mhm.
James Franklin got hired at Virginia Tech after being fired earlier this season from Penn State, and then the USF coach is moving over to Nebraska. There's going to be so many like moving parts in college football.
Well, not only that, but they're switching divisions too, which is like,
Yeah.
I mean, all I hate the fact that in the Big Ten, we have all those Western colleges now mixed in with
Oh my
us.
god. I hate it so much. I think it's so stupid.
Like, it doesn't make any sense, but
It
whatever.
makes no sense.
I
Cause
mean,
why is a Southern California team having why is USC the Big
market.
10 champions? Like in women's college basketball. Like what is like oh, it was so weird. Okay. We can get to college on another day. Let's
Okay.
move on. Let's move on to the NBA. We have so much more to talk about. Again, we talked about it again. Let me do a mini recap of my game
Okay.
of the game I went to. So the Cavs they have a winning record. I watched them in person for the first time this season, and I'm going to say this. They need to fix so much. They play so sloppily, especially if they're down and they're down big. I'm going to say this. Their greatest defense, their greatest strength is their defense. Their defense is very, very, very good. And when they are clicking on defense, they are clicking on defense. But
Sounds familiar.
the thing that's going to get them in trouble the most, and I literally was so angry watching this, is that when they're trying to tie the game or they're just trying to get within, they just make dumb decisions.
Yeah.
There was a point in the game where they were down two. All Donovan Mitchell had to do was go up and just easy layup, wide open layup. Do you know what he did? He decided he was going to cross over to try to look cute, to try to look pretty, to lay it in, and he ends up causing a turnover. And
Oh.
then at the times when they were like down 5, he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna
Deja
hit a
vu.
3." And his 3 shot wasn't falling. And it was like, just go to the hole, just go to the paint. Wouldn't go to the paint. There were times where they were wide open, and then they were just lazy. Like Houston was getting so many open shots, and it was just so lazy. And I'm just saying to myself, the only way that they're going to win this game is if they just lock in.
Oops.
They couldn't lock in and they end up losing.
Yeah.
But it was just like one of those things where it was just like, oh my god, like they like I was just so
Kinda
frustrated
like
watching it.
when Jerry Jeudy was getting ready to start skipping into the end zone and look to the
And
left.
then drop the
And
ball and then drop the
ball
ball.
gets hit out from the right because he's being a jackass.
It was just one of those things where I was like, okay, like this team is so talented. This team is literally a championship caliber team, but you're making bonehead mistakes.
They
And
look
I'm
great on
like,
paper, don't they?
they look great on paper. Heck, Lonzo Ball
I
looked
hate it.
amazing. I was like, I haven't seen this Lonzo since he was in LA. I'm like, this
Right.
looked great. And it was just like, it was mainly Donovan. I love Donovan. Don't get me wrong. I love Donovan Mitchell so much, but it was mainly him just making these bonehead decisions that I'm like, what's
It
going
sounds like
on?
everybody in the whole Cavs organization is making bonehead decisions because evidently they got fined for sitting 2 players earlier in the season or a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah.
they weren't injured. There was nothing wrong with
Hmm.
them.
Yeah, so it was a home and home against Miami, right? So
Yeah.
they played in Miami. The game
Mhm.
went to overtime. They actually almost won the game. Probably should have won the game. Then the next game was in Cleveland, and because of load management, they decided to sit all of their starters, but they didn't do the thing that like Golden State does, which like Steve Kerr in the media, he'll be like, "Yeah, the guys they've been working really hard. They've been, they need a break here soon. We're gonna have some guys that may go down," and then he'll sit people, and it won't be a surprise. The Cavs just set a bunch of people
Right. Yeah.
and just didn't let the NBA know, and it just looks bad. So them doing that, also
Yep, take
bonehead.
a
It
break.
just like my most
Stupid.
frustrating, like I'm just frustrated with them because they had such a great season last year. They were clicking on all cylinders, and then this season is like I could see it. I could see it.
It's
It's
just
there.
starting. It's just starting. I mean, think about
I
it.
know.
You got a long ways to go.
I know.
You got over 100 games. I mean, like, it's ridiculous how many games they play.
It's so crazy, but it was just one of those things where I was like, I'm like I want to shake you. I'm like you're so good. You're just making stupid plays.
Yeah, I feel
But
that every Sunday I watch the Browns.
yeah, but yeah. Let's talk
Moving
about
on.
some more NBA news. Chris Paul announced his retirement with the Clippers. He will be ending his season after this year. He is one of the few players left in that LeBron era. LeBron and him being, I'm
Yeah, I was
pretty
gonna say
sure they're
he's
like
old.
the last two.
Yeah.
So Chris Paul is retiring. Chauncey Billups pled not guilty to charges that were related to the rigged illegal poker games. And then in the same breath, Damon Jones was profiled by ESPN, specifically Brian Windhorst. Whew, he really put everybody in a bind. Like
Yeah.
apparently he was a known gambler on NBA planes, like during his career. Apparently he's kind of had this vice for gambling his entire career.
Mm,
And it really didn't help when he came to the Cavs. Like that really like heightened it because he got a big
right.
contract.
Yeah.
And then after he retired, he started working for the Cavs. He was still like a big proponent on the team planes, gambling, but apparently his gambling issues really spiraled after he retired and after he went to LA with LeBron. So when he was with LeBron, he was LeBron's shooting consultant. So essentially, he would help LeBron with his shots. So because he was so close to the situation, he would give intel to different people, and people would be like, "Hey, LeBron's out for Minnesota, so put all your money on Minnesota." And
Right.
people were winning thousands and thousands of dollars. And then, of course, he participated in the poker games. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna say this: the saddest part of that article was when Brian Windhorst talked to, I think it was like 3 different NBA players, and all 3 of them were like, "Hey, after a while, we just had to tell him no when it came to money, because he was asking them for thousands of dollars and they
Right.
weren't getting their money back." So they were just like, "No, we can't
Yeah.
keep giving him money." Like, and I found out he's married. I'm like, "You're married? Like you and your wife are doing this?" He's filed for bankruptcy twice. It was just a really, really
You see,
interesting
I feel
thing.
really bad because I did something really bad last night.
Oh
And
no.
so Dominic is driving me nuts. He found a massage chair
Okay.
It's a Black Friday deal. It was like $1,700. It's now $699. He tells me it's $600. And I'm
Okay.
like, no, we have enough bills already. We need to pay the bills that we have. I said, I swear on my life, if a massage chair shows up at the door, I'm leaving. And he's like, "You would divorce me over that?" And I was like, "I would divorce you over making a huge purchase and not discussing it with me first when we have other bills to pay." I'm like, "I'm trying to get us out of debt, honey. Come on now." So please, everybody, like and subscribe.
Please, please, please. I'm also in
Let's
debt.
get
I'm
let's get
a
monetized.
yes, please help us get monetized. But no, yeah. So essentially, it's like that. It's like he was making all these big decisions.
Why was his wife letting him do that?
I don't know. I genuinely
That's
don't know. Like
stupid.
she's mentioned like a couple sentences that like him and his wife have been together for a long time. But I'm like, he's filed bankruptcy twice.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
know how hard it is to file bankruptcy once, but to do it
Right.
twice is insane.
Yeah.
So to file bankruptcy twice and then to be borrowing money from NBA players, and then you get so desperate that you owe Las Vegas bookies money, you owe money to the casinos, you owe money to different players, you
Mafia.
owe money to the mafia, and then you say, "You know what? I'm gonna start working with LeBron." And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put his legacy in jeopardy by
Right.
betting on
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
And it's just
let me
like
screw up somebody else's life worse than mine.
it was like, oh, everything I kept reading was just like getting worse and worse and worse. But
He'll be in nothing special.
that's not even the cherry on top of this NBA because the NBA is so much drama. So again, remember when we talked about how women get punished for the sins of men?
Yes, and we
Two
are the
different
reasons why they are horrible at their sports.
right? Two two different stories, ironically
Um,
enough, involving two of the people we talked about. So we got Patrick Beverly, he got arrested, ironically enough, like the day after we talked about it.
oh,
He got
whoops.
arrested for domestic battery against his younger sister. His younger sister is like 15, 16 years old. I guess she had a boy in the home.
So
He
beat the boy.
came
Sorry.
he came home and he choked his sister.
No,
Yeah.
no, 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 you go after the boy,
He
and then you
choked his
sit down
sister.
oh, jeez, that's
And
not
then
good.
try to make it seem like everybody else was crazy for being like, "Hey, you should not have choked your sister." And he's like,
Right,
"Well, there was a grown man in my house." And it's like, "But you choked your sister, sir."
right, you shoulda gone after the grown ass man. I mean,
It's just
hello, and then once she sees what you do to him, she would probably say, "I'll never do it again." I mean, like
literally. Literally,
oh,
like, it'll scare her for a lifetime, but even then,
these
like,
dudes are
you're
so
like,
stupid.
it's your sister's a teenager, she's with another teenager. I could see if he was, like, 25, he's 18, they probably go to school together.
Right.
So, he did that, and then Klay Thompson is kinda
Oh,
the
yeah.
opposite side of that. Oh my
'Cause
god.
he just sucks. He sucked for a while.
I feel bad for Klay because he people just think he's soft. People think he's soft.
Eh,
And this week, him and John Morant went back and forth. So it
well,
was the Memphis Grizzlies against the Dallas Mavericks.
mhm.
The play was very simple. One of the Grizzlies players tripped a Dallas Maverick player. Klay came over. It was his rookie. He's like, hey, he's an 18-year-old kid. Like, you can't be trying to hurt him. He's going back and forth with the guy who tripped him. John Morant then comes in and
Of course.
calls Klay a bum. And Clay's like, what are you talking about?
I'm defending my player.
And then in so many words, he really just like was like, "Look, you can't call me a bum because by 26, I've been there and done that." He's like,
Mhm.
"You're 26, you're on the bench. You haven't done anything worthwhile."
Yee, go
Look
Clay,
where I was at 26.
right?
Clay at
I mean,
26 had
he's a
won
bum
a
now, but yeah.
yeah, had won a gold medal, had that crazy shooting night, had won a couple championships, had won a
Yeah.
world championship. So, I mean, like, and it's now allowed people to like reevaluate John Morant
Oh, good.
because
Well, it's about
people
time.
have, yeah, people have started to be like, you know what, maybe Ja is the problem.
Oh, No,
And
you don't say.
and it's like the way that the NBA and just perception can change so fast is insane.
No,
Because
I'll
just a
tell you.
couple, like just what, like 4 years ago, people were like, "Oh my God, he's so much better than Zion." Zion who? And now you're talking about John being like,
But look
"You
at the
need to get it
personal
together."
problems he has had outside of, and that's what
Whew.
I'm talking about. That's what, oh, and people are finally waking up to this kid being so stupid now. I mean, like, come on. He obviously is just trying to make himself relevant still by not having a gun.
It was just, it was him calling Clay a bum while he was sitting on the bench in street clothes, and
Right.
everybody's like,
Yeah.
he's the one playing in the basketball game and you're on the bench. You also
Mhm.
got suspended earlier this year because your comments about your team. There have been so many rumors about you getting traded at the trade deadline. People probably don't want to trade for you because it's like, why would I bring this person in my locker room? You may be
Yeah, you
talented,
don't
but
want the drama.
yeah, your attitude
Yeah.
is also crazy.
He's been a mess ever since he got drafted.
Yeah, it's just been, the NBA has been a lot this
Oh,
year.
go
It's
Clay.
just been a lot. It's been a lot. So I'm gonna end this on one last bit of sports news. I'm gonna end this on a happy note.
Yeah.
The WPBL, the Women's Professional
Okay.
Baseball League, held their draft last week. Number
Okay.
one, Kelsey Whitmore. She plays for the Savannah Bananas. She went number one. And then a former Little League World Series player, Monet Davis, she went number 10. So we're
Nice.
gonna see the WBPL go
Yay.
into effect this May. Their season is going to go from May to July. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
I'm excited for it because when my daughter Zoe was in high school, actually before she was in high school, she was actually in middle school when she met this girl. Her name was Sophia Matheson, and Sophia played baseball. She did not play softball. She played baseball.
Mhm.
And she was actually the first girl pitcher for the high school that the girls went to. And she had gone up every year when the Georgia Peaches had their get together. Um,
Mhm.
the all the ladies from A League of Their Own. She got to go meet these ladies and play in that baseball tournament every year. And now she's a sheriff in our wonderful Lee County, Florida. But so love her. Love the fact that they're going to have women's baseball. I think it's awesome. Not knocking softball. I played softball for a very long time, was a catcher, just like my daddy. But yeah, I'm super excited to be able to watch the girls playing baseball. It's going to be neat.
Uh, yeah, I'm excited too because I'm just like, this perception that women can't play the same sports as men, and that women's sports is completely different from men's sports and how it's played. I'm like, get out of here. Like,
Well, let me
get
ask
out
you
of here.
this. Do you think women should be able to play in the MLB?
Yeah. MLB is probably the closest translated sport
Yeah,
that like men and women are on the same
same
playing
level.
field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It
think
like,
so. I think it would
yeah.
be so interesting.
I think it not only would be interesting, there is a TV show about what could happen if this happens. It's called
Really?
Pitch. It's called Pitch. It was only on for one season. I'm so sad that was only one
Hmm.
season. It's about,
That's that makes
ironically
sense.
enough, a young woman who does so well throughout her high school,
Mhm.
college, gets drafted, gets called up to the major leagues, and it's not just like fake major leagues, it's like the real major leagues. Like, it
Right.
was a show that was partnered with Major League Baseball, and it
Okay.
was really, really good. It only lasted one season.
Okay.
Iconic cast. Mark Paul Gosselaar was on the show. Like, he
Oh,
played he played
dang,
the
Zach Morris.
yes, yes, he played the surly backup pitcher, not backup pitcher, catcher. It was a very good show, and it kinda took you into the world of like, "Ooh, what if a woman was on a baseball team?"
Right.
Like, could it work? Because you had some guys who were like, "Ooh, I hate her, she's a woman," and then you had the average guy that was like, "Oh my god, like, she distracted me with her beauty. I'm so in love with her." But it was a really, really interesting take on how women and men interact in sports. And I thought it should have went further.
We've seen it in movies before, where the
Yeah.
girl dresses up as the guy, to
Yeah.
try to fit in, the she's all that and just one of the guys and,
Shout out to motocross.
right.
Shout out to motocross. That
Motocross, I remember that. Oh
I
my
made
god.
every and they made all the girls want to get a dirt bike and cut their
Yeah.
hair and call themselves Andy. Shout out.
But I mean, they had we've seen it in TV, we've seen it in movies, but I think that baseball would definitely be the closest one that they could do that. I mean, we've seen women try to make it as kickers for football. And, of course, it does fall back on like kickoff rules and stuff like that. And I think that's completely the entire reason why we don't see women as kickers because of the play that could happen after the fact and the injuries and stuff like that. But,
But at the
if
same time, I
you
played
know what you're
football
getting
with
into.
girls. I played football with girls. Let me tell you right now, I played football with boys and girls. Girls hit harder
Oh, yeah. We're
because
vicious.
girls, we are actually like trying to hurt each other. Men are not trying to hurt each other. I actually saw something on TikTok like a week ago, and it was like a teacher was asked in school, like, would you rather break up a fight between two girls or two guys? And she was like, two
Guys.
guys, because the two guys, they're not really serious. They don't really want to fight. The two girls are trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
They're trying to rip each other
Yeah.
apart.
You
And I
got
think that's kind of,
claws, you got hair
yeah.
grabbing, you got biting, kicking.
Hmm.
Like girls are vicious. Guys, like I remember being in the bars and stuff. They would be up cheek to cheek. And I would be like, are you guys gonna make out or just fight? Cause like,
Yeah.
come on, what are you guys doing here? And me asking if they're gonna make out really threw them off. Because I wasn't just saying this to myself. I would literally go up to guys when they're cheek to cheek and say, "Are you guys gonna make out or what?"
Yeah. So it's this idea, like it literally is like men are like, oh, like I hate to say it, they're fake tough, but like any girl that I've ever played a sport against or with, when I was athletically talented, they're so much more competitive. There's so much like you can get down and dirty. So I think eventually there will be a woman kicker in the NFL. I think eventually we will see some women into other sports. I think the only sports that I don't necessarily see being integrated because they are completely different sports, but they're playing the same sport is basketball because
Yeah.
women's basketball is so much more minute than men's basketball. Men's basketball, I don't understand what's going on with them. I don't get it.
There is no way that you can have men and women playing against each other though in basketball or on like no, you can't.
Yeah.
It would not end well.
Like it's just one of those things. Oh, other thing before we jump to pop culture stuff.
Yes.
Shout out to Kenya Martin for becoming the most hater, like the biggest hater I've ever seen. He sat on Instagram Live and named 200 players better than Draymond Green
Oh, that's a little petty.
because he said I can name 200 players with better stats and better careers with Draymond Green, and he
He used
researched
Chat
it.
GPT
He either had to or he sat down
and read off the list of names
and read
that
off
Chat
200,
GPT gave him.
and I'm just like, "Oh my god. Oh my god."
It used to be hard. You used to actually have to like look up this stuff in books. Like, well, you work in a library.
Ironically enough, sports books are very thin. They're very thin. They're about this thick, so
Well,
I
because
mean,
look
it's
who's
not very
usually reading
hard.
them. I mean, no
Men,
offense or anything.
men, men.
I actually did some reports when I was younger on influential sporting people like Johnny Unitas and Otto Graham. And yeah, couldn't find much like it was always the same books, you know. So which is sad.
Yeah.
It was more
Um,
difficult back then.
yeah, there's not much as someone who works in the library, there's not much. The books are this thin. But yes, let's move over to our pop culture stuff.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I'm gonna run down a couple things.
All right.
So Love Island Australia. It is an insane show. We got a boyfriend, an ex-boyfriend, and an ex-girlfriend coupled up. He cheated on her this week. Also, their announcer literally said, and I quote, "Yeah, these two people just fucked." He said it really loud, and it was like, what is
That's on
happening?
Disney, Hulu.
Yes, it was crazy. We got Beyond the Villa 2. We got some news coming out. We got Iris and TJ. They're official. They just
They're so
filmed
cute.
their Friendsgiving episode. They're filming like now, so it's not gonna be like how it was last season when they were filming during Love Island. They're filming now, and it's probably gonna air after Love Island or either before, whatever.
I think it'll be
Um,
I think it'll be in the spring.
Yes, a lot of people attended F1 this weekend, and kind
Yeah.
of in sports. F1 in Las Vegas. This is, I think, the third year. Yes, the third year it's been in Vegas. Dancing with the Stars finally ended. Robert Irwin became the
Crikey.
first, yes, brother sister duo to win the show. Him and his sister Bindi both
Yeah.
won the show. Then we had Corey Feldman coming out saying, "Hey, it was a toxic environment," and then you had other former celebrities being like, "I don't know what he's talking about. He's crazy."
Yeah. He's
Um, just insane. Uh, Ironically enough, to bring up Formula One, Nick and Alandria were there this weekend, and a girl who worked at a club lied and said that Nick was in the club trying to get some ones, trying to cheat on his girlfriend, Alandria. Come to find out, he actually was not. He actually curved the girl. He was there for an event with his dad. He was there with his dad.
Why are they trying to why do they want to throw Nick and Alandria? Like, I mean, let them be happy.
It's just like, I think it's because, honestly, I think it's just because like people just can't fathom that Nick picked Alandria. Especially, oh, I forgot to talk about Sierra. Sierra came out a couple
Oh,
weeks
yeah.
ago and like was like had a whole video about her mental health, but then people were like, "Girl, like we all
She
told
did
you
this to
everybody
herself.
told you to get off the internet and you didn't want to get off the internet. So now it's kind of the consequences of your own action." I'm not
Oh,
saying that, but
but
it
did you
kind of
see
is.
she's riding around on the back of a scooter with what's his
With
name that looked like
with
Nick?
Elan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
now
Elan.
she's hanging out with Elan, and
Mhm.
knowing her, she's probably gonna try to get on Beyond the Villa too.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I saw Wicked for Good this week. I'm just gonna say this. I like the first one better.
Well, that's
Like the
usually
first
how it
one better.
happens. But I
Like
thought
the
it
first
was
one
like a
better.
continuation. It was like
It is. It
thought it's
is.
like
It's
one
a
whole story that was just cut in half. So you liked the first half of the story better.
Yeah, so it's of course it's based off the stage play, which is based off the book, which is then based off of a different book. It's the whole Broadway of it all, but it just wasn't as strong as the first one. I will say this: Ariana Grande needs to win all the awards. She needs to win all the awards. That girl is talented. My mom turned to me and was like, "Ooh, she's singing so well. What changed?" And I said, "Mom, she learned how to enunciate." Shout out to Ariana.
I love
She
it.
learned how to enunciate.
Nice.
Yes, we got 2 episodes of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City to recap real quick. We got the aftermath of the plane ride. We got
Yes.
we got a potluck that was all about Britney with messed up big sex hair, and they all looked crazy. We got Bronwyn and Todd talking, and Bronwyn essentially saying, "Hey, like I know you want to explore things. Let's
Yeah.
explore them together. Stop trying to embarrass me out here, you
Right.
know." And then we have Mary's church reopening. Sadly, she revealed that her son was high, and you just saw kind of like the emotions. Although I did think a funny moment was her calling Brittany and being like, "Yeah, you're not invited. Like you're not invited to this. Like I can't have you here."
Right.
Um
Yeah.
this week you had the aftermath of that. You had Meredith and Brittany meeting up. You had Brittany and her daughter going to therapy. Just a lot. Also, let me get through BravoCon, and then we'll get to Secret Life of Mormon Wives. I promise. I'm going real fast. BravoCon. We got first looks at the Valley Persian style, Real Housewives of Rhode Island. We had a Summer House spinoff announcement. Vicky Gundelson, who's on Real Housewives of Orange County, she's one of the original Real Housewives. She got her
Mhm.
orange back. There was a lot of drama, a lot of stuff. Teresa Giudice and Joe Gorga reconciled, and then Jeff Lewis was a terrible person per usual. But Christy,
Yeah.
what do you think of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? That's all I care about.
Well, I actually am not as into it as I thought I would be.
Okay.
I'm kinda disappointed in, like, okay, so Whitney comes back this season, but she only came back because she wanted to be on Dancing with the Stars.
So let me get
And
your perception of
and
Whitney.
Jen Affleck was already on Dancing with the Stars, or she was gonna be on Dancing with the Stars, and she came back this season after being off, which, hey, you know what? Postpartum depression is no joke.
Hmm.
Been there, done that. I think the girl should have probably taken off more time.
Hmm.
And just but maybe she needed to make some money.
Clearly, clearly. So okay, so I'm about to ask you a series of questions. Number one, do you think Whitney is a supervillain? Because I think she is a supervillain.
Well, definitely. I
Okay,
mean, she has all the makings of a supervillain for sure.
she does.
Like I said, I don't like her nearly as much as I like the Whitney from Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Ironically enough, because you were talking about Dancing with the Stars, I actually
Mhm.
asked one of my friends who watches Dancing with the Stars. She actually ended up watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives after.
Oh,
But I asked her, I was like, why don't you like Whitney? Because she did not care for her at all.
mhm,
And she was like, honestly, she's just really unlikable. She's like, nothing about her is likable. And I said, oh, okay. So you're really not gonna like her on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
right?
Taylor Frankie Paul,
Yes,
the Queen of Montauk, her life.
is a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
And now
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna go on The Bachelor?
She
Like,
is the
or The
Bachelorette.
Bachelor she's a bachelorette now? Like,
Yes.
girl, concentrate on your babies.
Let's see. We got Whitney, Demi, and Jesse.
Hmm. I just not exciting enough for me.
Okay,
Like, I don't know. I need something more and I'm not sure what. Like,
I got you.
we see your little it's like enough with the internet ventures and your little businesses. Let's
Hmm.
let's see something exciting and fun and like a hot mess.
Um, okay, so Whitney and Taylor, all that. Do you know what Fruity Pebbles is, and have you heard what it is actually?
No. Where did I
So,
miss that at?
okay, so you remember in the first season when they had the Valentine's Day party and
Oh my
Whitney was
goodness, yes.
talking about, oh, Demi told me that her and Brett did this thing and they nicknamed it Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
And then at the Valentine's Day party,
Barely remember.
uh, Whitney was like, "Hey, I got a gift for you," and it was a whole box of Fruity Pebbles, and
Fruit
Demi
Pebbles.
got pissed.
Mhm.
Well, Jesse yesterday revealed because Demi has been talking in comments. She's going crazy. She's actually going insane. Like
Really?
I've seen a person in psychosis, and that's what's happening with her. Um, she left a comment saying, Jesse wishes she was me. Look at Lisa Vanderpump talking about me after Demi accused one of her employees, one of Lisa Vanderpump's employees,
Right.
of sexual assault. And Demi and Jesse was like, you know what? Since you want to keep talking about me and you want to just lay it all out there, she revealed that Fruity Pebbles is the fact that I want you to brace yourself for what I'm about to tell you what it is.
Okay, I'm
It
glad I
when I
swallowed that.
yeah, you
Okay.
would have spit it out when I said it. She revealed that Brett, Demi's husband, likes to drink her pee.
Ugh. Oh, no.
And
What is
that
wrong with people?
and that the reason why they called it Fruity Pebbles is because her pee tastes like
It's
Fruity
too fruity.
Pebbles.
Why did you tell me that? I'm never gonna eat Fruity Pebbles again.
First of all, when I saw the video, I was like, "What is the context of this?" And then I remembered the whole thing about the Fruity Pebbles, and then people have gone back and found videos of them all joking about it. And one of the things that they joked about was they had these. So they don't drink alcohol because
Right.
they're
Because they're
Mormons.
women.
Yeah, they drink soda, but they only drink sugar free, caffeine free soda. It's very weird,
Diet Coke.
but they had a video of Brett tasting different drinks, and, like, they're looking at him like, like, "Come on, Brett."
Oh!
And he was like, "You guys are stupid." And it's
No,
clearly
he is.
they're joking about him drinking her
Right? Oh
piss.
god. Oh, oh. Why are people so gross?
When I tell you, I genuinely heard that and I was like, because when she said it, I was like, "What the heck is Fruity Pebbles then there?" And then she explained it
Right.
today. She was like, "I guess I wasn't, like, clear enough," but she was
Oh
like,
my god.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah."
Moving
You
on.
back in now? You back in now? Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Tricky.
what do you think of the loser ass men from Dad Talk?
Oh, I think that they all need to get real lives. Like,
Thank you.
hello, do you have nothing better to do? Like, first of all, I influencers irk me. I don't consider myself an influencer. I'm not gonna influence anybody to do anything. But, like, it's time to grow up. I mean, maybe they're because they all got married so young, that
Yeah,
they had to, like, grow up so quick, maybe they felt like, and they're reverting back to when they were young. I don't know. I just yeah.
yeah, I genuinely think well, let me just go down the men. Jacob, Macy's husband, he's fine. He's not gonna do anything. Connor cheated on Whitney with a dude. He's waiting to come out of that closet. That closet is glass. Um, Brett, he's a weirdo. Just the Fruity
Yeah,
Pebbles thing alone just makes him a
that's
weirdo. Jace groomed his wife and
mhm,
married her when she was a child,
right?
and then now is mad that she won't have sex with him 3 times a day after having 4 kids and her just now, like, processing her trauma from being abused. Um, Dakota just sucks because why did you get to the part did you get through the whole season?
Not the whole season, not yet.
What
I
part are
think
you
I
at
have
with
2 more
Dakota and Taylor?
episodes to go. Um, where were I don't even know. Hold on.
Did you get to the part where they got to Stagecoach?
No, definitely not.
Okay. Okay, so when you get to Stagecoach, just know Dakota just gets worse. He's already bad,
Ow.
like, do you care do you care if I spoil it for you?
No, go right ahead. I mean, granted,
Okay.
like he's obnoxious enough anyway that she's gonna be a bachelorette. I mean, and to be screwing around with somebody that is like family.
That's what I was gonna talk
When
about, yeah.
Oh, okay, when Taylor was pregnant. Oh, is this all coming out
Yeah.
at
So, yeah.
Stagecoach?
No,
Okay.
it comes out after Stagecoach. So when they go to
Okay.
Stagecoach is when Jesse finds out about Dakota messing with the family friend. Oh yeah, Dakota cheated on Taylor at the beginning of the relationship. Then one
Mhm.
night, he gaslit her so bad that she ended up arrested and on probation. And then he got her pregnant twice, not once, but twice. Has broken up, gotten back together, somehow manipulated her family into feeling sorry for him. And now in this past season, it comes out that he was inappropriately texting a friend of Taylor's mom's and tried to lie about it and say, I didn't do anything. I didn't meet up with her, but you're still sending her sexy pics.
Right.
And I just think somehow, some way, Jordan is the one that takes the cake.
Mm.
Jordan is the one that I'm like, "Oh, you're terrible." And Zach exists.
Yeah.
Zach exists. And Zach is the man who has gaslit his wife, said, "I'm going to divorce you if you go see Chippendales." Um, Sent her horrible text messages. She
Oh
literally cried when she found out she was pregnant. Like, just a horrible person. But Jordan, oh, Jordan,
yeah,
Jordan.
yeah.
Just the way he was talking to her, just the way he was talking to Jesse. Then to find out after the fact that he was actually blackmailing her with the information.
Typical dude.
I just was like, I was like, "Is there nobody better in Utah? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going?" I
Well, they've
know as
already
someone
got
that's
The
single,
Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and all the characters that are on there. So I mean, like, this is like the leftovers.
I'm like, because I'm around the same age as a lot of them. I think I'm older than like half the cast, but I'm around the same
Mhm.
age as like Taylor and Macy and Whitney. And I'm gonna just say this: if I was to marry any of those men that I dated at the age that they all got married, I would be divorced.
Right?
Because who you date when you're like 20? No, no, no,
Well,
no.
hold
Well,
on. Let
in
me
certain in
There are
Utah.
circumstances. Well, yeah, in Utah, yeah, obviously, no, you don't marry who you are with at 20 years old in Utah.
Yeah, in
But,
Utah.
like, Dominic and I, we dated when I was 18 and he was 21, but he was stupid and he ghosted me. My beepers stopped going off saying boobies.
Not beeper. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
we had beepers. We didn't even have cell phones then. So, yeah, that was in 1996, the summer of 1996.
I was
And
1.
aw, we dated back then, and, I was, yeah, and he ghosted me, and then I got with Zoe's dad, got married, had Zoe, we got divorced, life happened, and then Dominic and I got back together. The end.
Aw. Yeah, all the men, I want them to divorce them. The only couple that I could see not being divorced is Jacob and Macy because like she actually like went through some stuff before she got married. But I need Michaela divorced, Jace, he sucks. Jordan and Jesse divorced, he sucks. Zach sucks. Dakota needs to go away.
Yeah.
Um Brett is just the Fruity Pebbles thing.
Yeah,
Just
stop it. Stop mentioning that. Here, let me get you off that subject. Let's talk about Below Deck Mediterranean because you made me start watching that.
yes, 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 yes,
I am
yes, yes.
halfway through the last season.
Oh my god. So oh, Nathan. Nathan. Hot mess, isn't he?
I think I just met Nate.
Yes.
Yes, Nathan is the new bosun.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
He just came aboard with Nick, the
Yep.
new deckhand.
Yep.
And I don't
Don't
like
get attached
Laura.
to him. Don't
Oh
get
yeah,
attached to her
he's too
either.
much of an airhead. But I don't like Laura as much as I liked Aisha. I
Aisha,
loved
yes.
her.
Yep.
Aisha. I
Yep.
loved her. I loved her personality. I love her voice. I know that like at the end of her season, she
The way she says
complained.
the way she says terrible, I say it all the time. She
Terrible.
is terrible. Terrible.
Terrible. But she just I do miss her. I love Harry. I think Harry's a trip. When he hurt his thumb, I was so upset.
Oh, yes, yes, because you watched Down Under too. Oh my god, yes, yes, yes. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's the only
Yeah.
one I've been watching is the
Wait,
Down Under.
okay, so wait. So you watch Down Under. So are you on the Wehan season?
No, I'm past Wehan. Wehan was last season.
Oh,
Which Wehan went through the whole no, wait, this is the Wehan season. It was the beginning of the season that Wehan was on.
mhm,
Yeah, he's
mhm.
gone. Yep. He
Yeah.
made his way through Sheffy.
Mhm.
And one of the stewardesses
Yeah.
and his
And his
decks
deckhand.
and his
Yeah,
deck
yeah.
stew. And then they finally got rid of him. And I was upset that they got rid of Johnny. Like, I understand they can't let Johnny have an outburst.
But Johnny didn't do
He was
anything.
mad at himself.
Yeah.
And that's what I
We
feel bad about.
also Wehan just doing what he did with Alicia and then
Right?
and then him like kissing her neck, and then her realizing that it wasn't
Wasn't
Johnny,
him.
and then like him just being like I don't understand why everybody is mad at me. It's like, bro, you are creepy. Okay,
Yeah,
so that
after
means
Johnny already had a talk with Lehan about, "You
okay,
flirt too much with everybody."
so that means you got through Ryan, the chef who didn't want to take anybody's order, who
Yes.
kept
Yeah,
getting
because
pissed
he
that
was
people.
wasn't he from New York?
Yes,
Or
and then he's like
Boston, something like that.
he said his dad died on 9/11, and then he was like, "Oh, not that 9/11, just years later on 9/11." Oh my god.
Yeah,
He was crazy.
he
Oh, so
was.
that means you also got through the Luke
Culver.
Culver Laura
Mhm.
craziness. Oh my god. See, what I tell you? Below Deck is great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I watched some of the other ones, like, periodically, but, this was the season with Luke, or no,
Mhm.
season 2 had Luke, and it was super upsetting to see, but I'm glad the way that they handled it. Um, Anybody not watching, Luke was a bosun, so he's kinda like in charge of the deck crew, and, he had the hots for one of the stews,
Margot.
and huh?
Margot, her
Yeah,
name's
yeah,
Margot.
Margot, and, she was super sweet, super green to the whole yachting, experience, and they always go out, they always get drunk, they always end up making out with each other, and he climbed into, well, first he opened up her closed cabin door after she was already
Mhm.
saying, "I'm going to bed, I'm drunk." So, Chief Stew left her in there, and Luke went in butt naked and
Mhm.
climbed into her top bunk, and thank God production stepped in, and
Yeah.
they made him get out of that room. And then another freaking psycho Stu decided to jump
Laura,
onto the top bunk of one of the deckhands' bunks and
Adam.
was pretty much trying to do the same thing to him, the poor kid. He's trying to be nice and, like, tell her nicely, and he kept saying, "I'm trying to be nice," without being an asshole to her. But, like, yeah, so both of them got fired,
Mhm.
and I think that she probably should have gone sooner than what she did after making the comments
Mhm.
about, "Oh, poor Luke. Oh, I wonder how Luke feels." Like, she is if I were Margot, I would have knocked the bitch out.
Me and you both, because that
I mean,
season is
that was
so
pretty
upsetting because it was a very good season, but it was also super upsetting because of that
triggering,
whole situation.
super triggering.
Now, this season, they actually did release a first look at this coming season, at BravoCon. So we have 3 people that's the head of departments that I'm like, "Oh my god, this is." So we have Joao. Just know Joao sucks. He sucks in all he sucks.
Wait,
His
wait,
personality,
he's coming
Joao.
back.
Yeah, so he's coming back this season. But
Oh,
you know Joao sucks, but he sucks. You have Joao gonna be the bosun and
okay.
second in command. You have Ben from the OG Below Deck. He's going to be the chef. And then you have Daisy. She is on Below Deck Sailing Yacht. She's going to be the steward. And then I'm pretty sure it's the same boat as this past season,
The
like the
Katina.
previous season. Yeah, the
Mhm.
Katina. It's the same boat. They're just not in the Seychelles. They're like near like Barbados.
Okay, yeah, because I thought I heard, Jason say that they were gonna be closer to the Caribbean.
Yeah, so they're gonna be on Barbados. Um, just so far looking like a hot mess, and I love it. I love it.
I do, yeah.
Only because Daisy's a hot mess, but she's a hot mess in a good way. Like she knows her job, she knows what to do, but she's a hot mess.
Feel like Aisha.
Ben, yeah, like Aisha. Ben flirts with everybody, and then Joao sucks. Joao sucks. You will never get me to like that man. He sucks.
You know,
Like he's
I didn't see what happened with him and Aisha before, except for, of course, the bits that they threw up there about him, saying vulgar stuff towards her that wasn't very nice. And watching him during the season with um Serena
mhm.
and seeing their relationship, I guarantee you, if Serena would have just like let go a little bit more, he would have been like putty in her hands. I think that they really would have had something going, but she was being so defensive and just had her guard up with him so much. And I would have liked to have seen how that could have worked out for her.
I'm just gonna say this. Joao sucks so bad that he somehow, like, on the season that he was on of Below Deck, Down Under,
Yeah.
that was an evolved version of him. That was a
He
version
hurt
of him that I was like, "Oh my god, like,
because
you
he
have
had been hurt.
evolved."
Yeah, because he got hurt. Probably the same
But
way that he treated women.
but he's still terrible. He's still awful. I still don't like him. He's
Come on,
still an
Autumn.
awful
People can
human.
grow and mature. And
I
come on,
I
you even
still
said
wanna
it
believe
yourself.
he can.
Dudes, when you're in your early 20s, I mean, like, come on.
He's in his, like, mid-30s. He's older than
Well,
me. I
now, yeah.
But he, like, when I say his original season of Mediterranean, I was like, "Oh my god, he's terrible." And then he, like, came back a couple times to other, like, Below Decks, and I'm like, "Okay, you've gotten better." But he will always do something where you're like, "I can't stand you." Like, I can't stand you.
I
That's
really
always
like
him.
Serena, though. I think, like,
Her and
she's
Laura,
she's
that
awkward.
beef.
Yeah, yeah, it's starting to get to where they're really button heads right now.
Oh, just
And I
wait till you get to the lipstick situation.
Oh, I saw that Laura got the junior the sous chef the lipstick after
Mhm.
Serena said, "Hey, stay out of it, leave her alone." Like, and I can understand where Serena's coming from, but also it's like I'm not going to stop talking to people on the ship. Like, we all got to work together. We all got to live together.
Yeah.
So, I like Harry and Brianna's little relationship, but from those scenes that I see coming, I am so worried that they're gonna not make it
I
because
can't
he's
spoil it for you.
yeah,
I can't.
don't. I like Harry a lot. I really, really do.
I can't.
Don't say nothing.
Um,
Nothing more. Don't
I
spoil it
won't.
for me.
I won't. But Christy,
We've been on here a long time.
we've been on here a long, long time.
We gotta
So
pray to get up and watch tomorrow morning.
yeah, yeah, tomorrow, of course, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so excited. There's so much happening. Do you have any other thoughts about watching lately, or last final thoughts before we get out of here?
Last final thoughts. Um, I am finally able to announce that I am going to be the proud grandma of a baby boy. I already have a granddaughter. This is so super exciting for me because growing up as a tomboy, I always wanted to have a boy if I had any kids. And I had one kid and I wasn't going to do it again because she was enough. And she is amazing. And she has given me a granddaughter. And I never thought that she would have any more. And now she's giving me a grandson. So I feel like the luckiest person in the whole entire universe. My Browns won last week. I'm having a grandson. Like, I get to spend the day tomorrow with my whole entire family, eating turkey, watching football. Like right now, life is really good.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Congrats to your daughter.
You.
Congrats to becoming a grandma for a second time. That's
Yeah,
so amazing.
it is.
Um,
I don't feel old enough.
hey, hey, we all get older. But honestly, I'm just excited to have 2 days off in a row.
There you go.
That's what I'm the most excited about. I am excited to have 2 days off in a row to be able to really sit down. Stranger Things premiered like an hour ago, so I get to
Oh,
watch Stranger Things. I'm like, I just get to relax. I'm of
yeah,
course making the turkey or we're getting the deep fried. Most likely I'll make the turkey. But
I bet it'll be amazing.
yes. But Christine,
Yes, ma'am.
we've had a great show.
Oh, yeah.
We have. We will be back next week, though, you guys. We
Yeah.
will be back next week. I promise we will be back next week. Next week will be our 10th episode. It's crazy. I should get some 10 balloons, and that should be the background.
Aw.
10.
Maybe I
Because
can
we,
figure out something to do with this then.
yeah, figure out what to do with the green screen. But like we mentioned at the beginning of the show, our TikTok is up. We have our Instagram. You can follow us on YouTube. Follow Inside Edge Net to see more clips of us. Follow Inside Edge Net on YouTube to see the live stream. Also, we go live on Wednesdays. Episodes are posted on Thursdays. We also have a Spotify account. Like, we're doing it up
We are.
big. We are trying to get monetized.
Show me the money. Oh, make it rain.
We want that money. We want that money. But for everyone's favorite season, Autumn, also known as the Nora Ball, and Christy, a cutie, the cutie, we have been your Jersey Chasers. Have a great Wednesday night and have a great Thanksgiving,
Happy
guys.
Thanksgiving. So thankful for every one of you.
Yes. Have a good night, guys.